and it's much easier to create a conspiracy around an entire gender.
Oh my God.
That this is women at large, as opposed to maybe you just chose a shitty one, man, or maybe
here we go.
you just rolled a bad hand. Maybe.
Let's just take a quick stroll through Reddit. Why is there so much female infidelity on Am I the Asshole? Let's look at the next one. Girlfriend cheated on me in the worst way. God with my son. Oh my God. Jesus. God, I feel so low about now. Here's another one. My girlfriend cheated on me yesterday. I need some advice. I caught my live-in girlfriend, 24-year female of 5 years, cheating on me with her coworker. Stop me if you've heard this before. My girlfriend of 5 years cheated on me.
Throwaway account 9.
Throwaway account 9. My girlfriend cheated on me after going out with a bunch of random guys this weekend. Girlfriend of almost 4 years cheated on me for a month with her new friend that she said I had nothing to worry about. Tell me you haven't heard that before. And you can tell by the vernacular this is clearly overseas because of the way he spells apologize. I think my girlfriend cheated. Do you consider this cheating? Looking for a female perspective. Thank you.
Throwaway cheating, GF.
Throwaway cheating. There you go. My girlfriend of 4 years told me she cheated on me. I thought I was okay. Update. Really confused. Don't know why my girlfriend cheated on me with my best friends. Guys, my wife of 16 years cheated on me with her boss. Gentlemen, my wife cheated on me and left for another guy last year, came back, and now I don't know if I want her around. Gentlemen, I found out my wife has been cheating on me for 2 years and on. My wife is cheating. Help me. And on and on and on. My wife cheated on me. I suspected for too long and found out proof on November 18th. Stop me if you've heard this before. My wife cheated on me. I need some perspective.
His username is my wife a whore.
There you go. My wife of 4 years cheated on me with a coworker and is genuinely sorry. Should I forgive her? Does anybody shame Gordon Ramsay for having 28 shows on TV talking about his cooking prowess? No, of course not. Does anybody bash Gordon Ramsay for selling cookbooks? No. Right? Is anybody shaming Emeril Lagasse for selling all of the kitchen gadgets because we have literally all of his kitchen gadgets? Are they shaming that guy? No. Okay. Do they shame Cesar Millan for putting out dog training videos and profiting off of that? No. Of course not. So what's the difference between those guys and what we do?
Many red pill alpha guru types take advantage of attachment issues to score cash from wounded men and encourage them to embrace their attachment wounds even further. It turns into a cult of people convinced.
Now he's reading a comment.
Their wounds are sacred truths.
Man, I catch a lot of flack because people come in at me and say, that's not what red pill's about. And they're right. It's not. Red pill is supposed to
Okay, so what's the problem?
be evolutionary psychology applied to relationships so that you can be healthy and love each other, love your wife, love your husband based on biological imperatives.
Okay. So far, so good. So what's the problem?
Within men and women. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
In effect, when you become a red pill guru, to make money off of these people, you say, no, dude, you're right. Women are scum. They'll never really love you. They are just there for the things you do for them. So
okay, so the first thing he's bitching and moaning about is profiteering. I think the definition of profiteering is making an exorbitant amount of money, because I think profiteering is a crime, or no. Anyway, he has a problem with the fact that guys like myself, and I've never called myself a guru.
Yeah, I think guru is just a shaming language.
I think it is too.
It's supposed to be an insult.
It is supposed to be an insult. I've never heard of anyone addressing someone they respect as a guru. They usually call them an expert, right? And so within the first few seconds of this video, already this guy, who clearly needs to get in the gym, and let's just keep it fucking real. That's one of the things we talk about here. He has a problem with the fact that we make money doing what we do. For example, the book that's on your screen, the Book of Womanese Volume 1, that's $15. Guys, I'm here to tell you. In this space, we are the only community that gets shamed for charging for our products. Guys like this pretend they have a problem with the fact that I have books and courses that I sell. And I've used this example before. Does anybody shame Gordon Ramsay for having 28 shows on TV talking about his cooking prowess? No, of course not. Does anybody bash Gordon Ramsay for selling cookbooks? No. Right? Is anybody shaming Emeril Lagasse for selling all of the kitchen gadgets, because we have literally all of his kitchen gadgets? Are they shaming that guy? No. Okay, do they shame Cesar Millan for putting out dog training videos and profiting off of that? No. Of course not. So what's the difference between those guys and what we do? Well, there are several differences. The first difference, number one, is that this is information that they actually want, right? Any guy who comes to my channel, and this is back when I used to read the comments, any guy that comes in here says, oh, these manosphere guys are all grifters. All they want to do is they put out all these books and courses to make money. I don't complain about the cost of something if I don't want it. I just wouldn't complain about it. But they want this information for free, okay? But then they'll turn around in the same breath, oh, his production value sucks. Oh, this is crappy content, right? In order to make good content, it takes time, it takes people, it takes money, it takes all of these things. If you guys want good content comes at a cost. That's the first thing. The second reason why they look at us as different is because it's the power distance index. The reason why nobody shames Gordon Ramsay is he is a celebrity. Emeril Lagasse is a celebrity. Cesar Millan is a celebrity. Anybody who is on the tube, the TV, they are looked at as celebrities. So these people almost view them as somehow different. In other words, the only reason they're allowed to make money off of their products is because they're celebrities. They look at guys like me as normal, everyday people, and we are. Because anybody can start a YouTube channel, and all it takes is having a Google account, and you can start a YouTube channel. That's really literally all you have to do. And so I think where the disconnect comes is they're like, okay, well, I can get on here and start a YouTube channel. He's on here and he started a YouTube channel. So why does he charge for his products? They think that what we do is easy. They think that if you have a camera phone and an opinion, you can start a successful YouTube channel. Gentlemen, it took me 8 years to get to this point. And this is another reason why Fresh and Fit are catching so much heat, because they got really far really fast. Dude, it took years of trial and error and experiences to acquire the knowledge that I now have to disperse out onto the world. Number one. Number two is I have almost 40,000 hours of free content available to the masses for no charge. I am not going to apologize for wanting to make money on purpose. What are your thoughts?
I think this guy's major complaint is that he is equating people coming to the red pill because they've been through some pain and anguish.
Right.
And if he has a problem with profiting, at least making a living, off of people's pain and anguish, or people seeking help for their pain and anguish, how do you explain religion?
Right.
Doctors,
fitness,
lawyers,
fitness.
Exactly. Like there are basically, like, this guy has a problem with people seeking help to resolve an issue
and wanting to pay for it, and people taking money for that help.
Every mental health resource out there would be out of business.
Right.
If that was the thing.
That's exactly right. People
are paying for time. And whether that time is a commodity that's contained within a product, if it's one-on-one coaching, if it's something like that, it's opening a conversation to help this person solve a problem.
There you go.
And I don't think that you can. I think him using the word guru is very similar to him trying to equate people in the red pill and the manosphere as being in like a cult.
Yes.
If you think about it. Because if you look at a lot of the gurus of certain cults and things like that, it's like these people are brainwashed into following this movement.
Keep going.
I have a feeling that most men who find this community are independent thinkers.
Right.
And they're not here to echo and say, okay, they're here because they have a commonality. And that commonality brought them to the same conclusion, which is that there are very true biological male and female dynamics at play.
Yes.
And so how do we use that to have a successful relationship, a successful family life, and ultimately to be happy?
what he just said is equivalent to, well, this personal trainer profits off of obesity, right? People who are obese live these terrible lives. They want to know how to not be obese, and he's making all of this money off of their pain. No. People pay money for solutions, my friend, whatever your name is. Nobody is forcing my audience to pay for any of my content. If someone either can't or won't pay, no problem. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can have all of the free content you want. But I am absolutely positively never ever going to apologize for actually trying to make money on purpose. And anyone who shames guys like me who make money on my knowledge, they're being disingenuous. Let's continue.
You should just make them do good things for you and take advantage of those insecure women, have sex with them on the first date, and never call them again because screw them.
Okay, so now he's talking about men in the anger phase, and it's interesting. The only time they really bring up guys like me is when they talk about making profits. But when it comes to the message, they conveniently leave me out of this. Yes, I encourage men to try to fuck women on the first date. You want to know why? Because if you try to fuck her on the first date and she lets you fuck her, then you know she's a hoe and you don't commit, right? It's not so screw them. And listen, if guys want to be like that, that's fine. Because guess what? There's a female dating strategy, Reddit, that is kind of the same thing. Go ahead.
This guy doesn't even understand the red pill
No, he
because
doesn't know what he's talking about.
it's not get them to have sex with you on the first date and then never talk to them again. No, you put them in the rotation.
There you
That's the
go.
whole idea.
This, again...
It's a lot of effort for just one time, right?
Exactly. And you can tell that this is the kind of dude that just doesn't... All he knows about this community is what he hears. He just doesn't watch the content, doesn't listen to the shows.
That's what they're teaching, and those guys come in believing there's nothing better, and they hear that message and say, wow, they feel like I feel, but they're turning it around. I'm not the piece of crap. Everybody else is the piece of crap. So it's okay. They owe me.
Okay, no one here at this channel ever endorses that line of thinking. And again, this guy has clearly never watched my show. I'll be the first to tell you the world doesn't owe you shit. The world does not owe you jack shit. Nobody owes you anything. You're owed what you earn, gentlemen. A woman doesn't owe you sex any more than you owe her commitment. But for this guy to characterize this community, guys like us, telling, hey, you know what? It's not you that isn't shit. It's them that aren't shit. They owe me. No, I've said for years, if you an ain't shit dude, guess what? You're gonna attract ain't shit bitches. You can't expect to have a girl who is an 8, a 9, or a 10 if you're living at home with your mama. So again, he's wrong on this front. Anything to add?
No, sir.
Okay.
They owe me this. So they go out and start using that. And all that does is create a whole society of damaged, hurt women who go back and act exactly the same. And those nice guys get hurt and then start looking for the red pill community and say, man, all these terrible things have happened. It's a self-perpetuating cycle.
Oh man, all these terrible things happen. Go ahead.
That didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make any sense. This was his circular logic. What he was actually speaking there was the truth. Okay, men have we all have common. We've all experienced the same things with women. And if people experience the same things, they can reasonably draw conclusions that they're not the only one, right? And they always say, well, just because you had a negative experience with women doesn't mean it's with all women. 100% true. But just like I told Jen the pit bull on The Lead Attorney, millions of men, we didn't all just get together and decide, you know what? Let's shit on women. Let's all make up these grandiose stories about how they ain't shit, about how they divorce us, and how they cheat and do this and do that, so that we can just start this community to shit on women. No, millions of men have had the same issues with women for decades and decades. Only now do they really have a community where they can come to and talk about and get solutions to their problems.
Between men and women.
Were you going to say something?
I think that a lot of women are starting to find the red pill the same way.
Yep.
They're going through failed relationships or a hard lesson one way or the other and going, why didn't that work? I thought I did everything right. I'm
Yes.
supposed to be strong and independent. I'm supposed to be this way. and then realizing that everything they thought that men wanted is exactly the opposite.
Yes. I couldn't have said that better myself.
And that's all it is. You don't stop it until you fix the actual problems, which is not what red pill gurus do to make money.
Well,
Which is not what red pill gurus do to make money. How to build a quality woman from the ground up. How to master the game. I'm going to assume that this guy has never... This guy can't watch my show. There's no way that he can. Otherwise, he wouldn't come to these conclusions.
Like Fresh and Fit is fitness, money. The dating is the last thing on the
Dude,
list.
Money Monday. Dude, they have Money Mondays. They talk about cryptocurrency. They talk about credit, building your credit, real estate investing. They talk about, yes, their show is predicated on becoming good with women, but they also teach ancillary topics about masculinity. Anyone who criticizes the red pill community, they're criticizing the starter red pill community. The guys who just find the red pill and they're all, bitches ain't shit, and I'm just going to fuck hoes until I die and blah, 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 blah. But the longer you're in this community, if you're actually doing what we teach you to do, you start to mature. And you get to this point, okay, all right, I went through the anger phase. I understand that there are some inherent flaws with both men and women the way they think. So now I'm going to improve my life so I can improve the quality of women that come into my life.
I think there's a large majority of men who just enter the anger phase and don't get to the problem-solving part of things.
Yes,
they just kind of veer off and say, oh, it's hopeless.
That's the MGTOW community.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's MGTOW and then black pill guys.
Yeah.
So
he went from red pill to incel really
there
quickly.
You go. There you go. And when the public is talking about the red pill community, they're never talking about guys like. They're never really talking about guys like myself, Minister Jap, Kevin Samuels, Coach. No, it's guys like Anthony Johnson, MGTOW Dictionary, and the reason why they do is because because they make it easy for them to talk shit.
Yeah.
That's really all there is to it. What's Anthony Johnson done that's helped anybody? Nothing. He hasn't helped anyone but himself. He doesn't offer solutions. All he does is he doxes people and posts other people's videos. MGTOW Dictionary, all he does is tear down people in this community. So when you have when they look up red pill, the red pill community, they conveniently leave out guys like me that are actually making a difference.
Which are more than the others.
Of course, absolutely.
They're there to make money off some.
The equivalent on the female side is radical feminism.
Ah!
It's not as if red pill is the only route to this. There is an equal polarity on the other side of the fence, which is, man, I've gone onto some of the Reddit threads. I can't remember what they're called.
Female dating
It's not
strategy.
women's rights. It's not r/women's rights, but it's one of those. It might be the female red pill or something like that, or the pink pill or some shit. And you go on there and you think,
see, this guy has no idea. Look. This guy has no idea what that is. It
I
might
don't know.
be.
It could be this. Is it this?
And then the fat guy on the right is like, yeah, that's it. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. And the reason why is because he hasn't done his research. You see, the red pill is the answer to feminism, right? If feminism doesn't happen, then the red pill community doesn't exist. This is all there is to it.
just as bad as what you see in some of the Meninism, manosphere spaces.
Meninism?
It is, and you know what? It doesn't have to be. And my areas, I mean, I'm in touch with all kinds of like masculinity coaches and all the like cringeworthy names that you would have.
Oh, you are.
And some of them.
This guy is in touch with masculinity coaches. Listen, maybe he is, but there's precious little evidence of that on the screen.
Are the best men you would ever meet who actually pull men up out of this and say, "No, dude, fix your behavior. You're finding bad women because you are a bad man."
Oh, that's cute. So
It's your fault.
Yes, it's your fault. Now, he is partially correct. Okay, and again, I'm certainly not going to be the guy because you guys know me. Okay, you guys know me. At this point, we understand. Yes, women are in the most deplorable state they've ever been, right? But we take responsibility for that. Feminism and the way women are largely because of us. You guys saw what happened with Asian Doll. The reason why she stayed talking shit on the Fresh and Fit podcast is because she had some simp ass nigga on the couch talking about, nah man, chill, she ain't got to go nowhere. That's what perpetuates that behavior. By the same token, yes, women are a part of the problem. But guys like me, I do help to lift guys up. I do my Sunday Zoom calls. I used to do consultations. There are plenty of educational videos. Hey, 3 ways to get yourself into shape. We're not just talking about banging bitches and leaving them high and dry. This guy can't watch this show or guys like us. Otherwise, he would know. Or do you think he's just ignoring it?
I have have a hard time taking anyone seriously with a mounted jackalope on their wall.
I don't care. I mean, to me, you know, that's a very female answer for you to give.
Yeah, he's
but
got like imaginary animals and like
That-
he's got like he's living in a storage room. Bedroom. He's not a very successful psychiatrist.
Okay, so you just went female on us.
Sorry.
You're no, that's okay. You're a woman. That's what you're supposed to do. Nothing about this guy's environment. Listen, nothing about this guy's environment to me wrecks his credibility. It's what's coming out of his mouth. It's the fact that he's clearly overweight and he doesn't work out, yet he wants to talk shit about red pill gurus not helping to lift guys out. When you've got guys like myself, the Fresh and Fit podcast, who are saying, hey, listen, man, if you want better results from women, you have to make yourself better. And again, I say this all the time. You can't expect shit from women if you ain't shit yourself. You cannot have requirements and expectations of any woman until you have your shit together. That is, dude, that is what I've been teaching here from day one. I am not the guy who's going to say, you were born a man, so you're already a winner. No, all men are not fucking created equal. All men are not created equal. You need to go out and make something of yourself. And if you are a failure with women because you ain't shit, guess whose problem that is, fam? That's a you problem. I will never, ever, ever be the guy to come on here and say, if you were born a man, you're an automatic winner. No, fuck that. You can't expect shit from women unless you have your shit together. And anyone who has watched me for any period of time, you guys know that I preach this ad nauseum. Anything to add?
Nothing.
Okay.
And they make the men fix themselves. Women, there's some women doing the same thing on their side, trying to fix it. Until you have that fix.
Who?
Trying to fix.
Who's out here trying to fix women? What, Matthew Hussey? Derek Jackson?
Between the
outta here.
balance of the sexes and get back to our biological imperatives and understand what they mean and fix them and fix the attachment, nothing's going to get better. But yeah, man, there are grifters on both sides, and they are happy to take advantage of those attachment issues. They will.
Now, the guys he's talking about are John Anthony Lifestyle. Remember, he charged people thousands of dollars for a boot camp, and he didn't really teach them anything. He's getting in fights with his students. He's so drunk he can't do the debriefing. So if those are the red pill gurus you're talking about, then I'm with him 100%. But this guy doesn't know. This guy doesn't know shit. He really needs, before you speak on anything, you really need to do your research.
Take all your money.
Yeah, Street Fighter 88 on the YouTube site says the red pill community has kept me more accountable than my own parents. Exactly. What is he talking about?
All day long and tell you that what you're feeling is normal and that you should embrace it and get worse so you can pay them more.
Man, I can see
Wait a minute. What? Did you hear what this dude just said? This guy sounds like a disgruntled
the allure
customer.
of it.
Hang on a second. This is
Attachment issues.
and his thing is modern wisdom.
They will take all your money all day long and tell you that what you're feeling is normal and that you should embrace it and get worse so you can pay them more.
Okay. Nobody's embracing anybody to get where. See right now all he's doing is just talking. Okay? All of this stuff he's talking about is theoretical. No one is saying, "Hey, we're going to make you a worse man so that you can continue to pay us money." No. Who in the world? Again, these are all imaginary thoughts. These are the kinds of things that he is reading on message boards. Oh, these guys are grifters just to pay them more money. No one's doing that.
Man, I can see the allure of it. You know, there's in my less gracious moments when I felt jilted or insulted or not wanted or whatever, I can see those areas of me that would become seduced by that sort of talking point. You know, you have this.
Seduced by what talking points? The truth? The truth that if you don't keep your shit together, your woman is going to cheat on you, right? The talking points that make men clearly understand women do not love you for who you are, rather for what you are and what you can provide. If that's the truth he's talking about, then yes. But what this guy is sitting here telling us is that the truths we tell, they just believe that they're all lies.
Hurt man who feels like the world has done him wrong, and it's much easier to create a conspiracy around an entire gender.
Oh my God.
That this is women at large, as opposed to
Wow.
maybe you just chose a shitty one, man, or maybe
here we go.
you just rolled a bad hand. Maybe
Maybe you chose a shitty one. Maybe it was just a stroke of bad luck. You know, I'm glad he said that, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up. Now, I'm going to tell you what, guys. I tell guys all the time, if you really, really want to know if if what we talk about here in the Red Pill is the truth, you can do one of two things. You can either scroll through Reddit, you can either become a taxi or an Uber driver, or you can scroll through Reddit. Reddit is probably the most honest place because people can post in anonymity. I mean, would you agree with that, or am I off by that?
It's a pretty good barometer.
Okay.
Is that the word?
Yeah, barometer. And why do you think it's a good barometer?
I mean, people have the cloak of anonymity. A lot of them, the most honest posts are usually a user's name, like throwaway account 785
there
or
you
something.
Go. There you go. So now we're going to address the conspiracy. So what this guy just said is that we have created a conspiracy around an entire gender. Let's just take a quick stroll through Reddit. Why is there so much female infidelity on Am I the Asshole? Let's look at the next one. Girlfriend cheated on me in the worst way. God with my son. Oh my
gross.
God. Jesus. God, I feel so low about now. Here's another one. My girlfriend cheated on me yesterday. I need some advice. I caught my live-in girlfriend, 24-year female of 5 years, cheating on me with her coworker. Stop me if you've heard this before. My girlfriend of 5 years cheated on me.
Throwaway account 9.
Throwaway account 9. My girlfriend cheated on me after going out with a bunch of random guys this weekend. Girlfriend of almost 4 years cheated on me for a month with her new friend that she said I had nothing to worry about. Tell me you haven't heard that before. And you can tell by the vernacular this is clearly overseas because of the way he spells apologize. I think my girlfriend cheated. Do you consider this cheating? Looking for a female perspective. Thank you.
Throwaway cheating GF9.
Throwaway cheating. There you go. My girlfriend of 4 years told me she cheated on me. I thought I was okay. Update. Really confused. Don't know why my girlfriend cheated on me with my best friends. Guys, my wife of 16 years cheated on me with her boss. Gentlemen, my wife cheated on me and left for another guy last year, came back, and now I don't know if I want her around. Gentlemen, I found out my wife has been cheating on me for 2 years and on. My wife is cheating. Help me. And on and on and on. My wife cheated on me. I suspected for too long and found out proof on November 18th. Stop me if you've heard this before. My wife cheated on me. I need some perspective.
His username is my wife a whore.
There you go. My wife of 4 years cheated on me with a coworker and is genuinely sorry. Should I forgive her? Oops, back to the spandex. The point is, guys, as I scroll back through these, the point is, guys, is that this is not just some conspiracy theory. For this guy to characterize what we talk about here as some wild, zany conspiracy based on nothing but our stories, that's just ignorant. Women are the worst they've ever been in human history. Human history. Go to Reddit and look at all of the cheating stories. Just do a quick Google search, a Bing search. Everybody knows a story where a female cheated. Better than 9 times out of 10 females in the relationship, whether they cheat their way out of a relationship or they file for divorce. Female infidelity is rampant. It is absolutely rampant. This is not a conspiracy theory. These aren't some wild theories. No, this actually happens. And if this stuff didn't happen, Devin, then why in the world did this community exist? What, because we're all losers?
It's not even that men have to be cheated on to find the red pill. I think a lot of them are getting tired of being disqualified for ridiculous reasons. You know, these women with these unrealistic expectations of men, which is something we'll talk about a little later, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like all of a sudden, why am I invisible? And a lot of guys are wondering how they can not only become visible, but also make sure that their happiness isn't determined by what a woman thinks.
Yep.
It was unfortunate luck or poor timing or...
Look at this. Bad luck. Poor timing. Chose the wrong woman. Really? Like all of those Reddit posts, it's just poor timing, just a stroke of bad luck? No, this is a problem.
Maybe the particular combination of circumstances, a little bit of you and a lot of them, or a lot of them. And
there's a little bit of truth. A little bit of you and a lot of them. So it looks like he's trying to hedge here.
Whatever. That caused a bad situation to come out of it. And for some reason, it's more comforting to believe that this is a pandemic at large that only affects one half of the population.
Unbelievable. It's more comfortable to believe that women are actually abiding by their nature. All of the hate that we get, Are you fucking kidding me? Whoever the fuck this dude is, are you kidding me with this? What the hell is comforting about believing that women embody the worst traits of humankind? Who in the world is, dude, who, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
It's, you know, and both sides say it. Both sides, feminists say every man is a potential rapist, and men say every woman is a potential divorce rapist.
Yes, every woman is a potential divorce e-parist. And would you like to know why? I don't know what this guy's name is, psychotherapist. It's because our community rewards it. Women are incentivized to divorce e-par their husbands. This is why women file divorces better than 80% of the time. Am I missing something here, Dev?
You're not, no.
They'll take all your money. Both sides do it, and there's a lot of money in
Oh, both sides do it. See, this guy...
it. There's a lot of political power in it.
So now we're going to money and political power. For this guy... Oh, those are all coffee mugs. So for this guy, it's all about the money. Let me let you in on a little secret here, lard ass. Okay, it is far more profitable to tell people what they want to hear rather than what they need to hear.
Right.
Okay, let me say that again for you, lard ass. It is far more profitable to tell people what they want to hear than to tell people what they need to hear. Here's another thing for you: people are not going to pay good money to listen to people complain. You see, lard ass, there's a convention down in Florida called the 21 Convention. It actually used to be pretty good. But the leader of that convention spent the last 3 years literally tearing down his brand. This guy doxed people. He's basically the meme generator making fun of everybody in the community. You want to know something? 12 people showed up to his last event after having over 300 3 short years ago. You want to know why? Because people aren't going to pay money to go and listen to haters. People are not going to pay that kind of money. So you can't have it both ways. You can't tell us that all we do is complain, but then by the same token say we're profiting off of it. Men do not pay other men to listen to them complain. Men pay other men for solutions. You're mad. This guy is mad that guys like myself have figured out how to make a pretty goddamn good living off of what I've learned.
Both political parties are deeply invested in these things. Man, whole nations are turning on these ideas.
Jesus
It's not
Christ.
just the internet.
Whole nations are turning on these ideas. You mean traditional masculinity and conventional femininity?
He's talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Well, I mean, listen, hopefully. Like, listen, with all due respect, hopefully this thing has the power to change nations.
It's the world right now.
Yeah, there's meme culture is so fucking smart, man. I'm sure that you'll have seen this one. It's these two dudes, these two black illustrations of guys with beards, and it says, "A woman hurt me and I never made up about it. We should call ourselves alpha males," and then they just walk away. And you think, fuck, man, like the main problem that I have with the red pill space is that almost none of the guys that are in that space look to me like the alpha males that I would want to follow.
Now that is fair. That's fair. There are far more, and this is where I think their criticism is valid, okay? Because men like myself, the only two men in the quote-unquote manosphere that have any kind of audience that actually give it raw and real are Myron Gaines and Kevin Samuels, okay? Absent those two content creators like myself who actually help people, my following is, I mean, it's extremely small. And the reason why it's small is because it's hard to hear this stuff. It's hard to follow it's hard to follow the advice that I give. So people tend to skew more towards your purple pill guys that make it a little bit easier to sort of swallow. Well, guess what? If a guy is not all the way red pill, then he's not going to tell you what you need to hear. Rather, he's going to tell you what you want to hear. So, yeah, if he's talking about guys like Anthony Johnson, he ain't nobody's alpha male. John Anthony's definitely nobody's alpha male. A lot of these guys really are grifters and hustlers. They really, really are. And these are the guys that they're talking about. But I don't like, in the beginning, I used to use the word alpha male all the time 8 years ago, because that was shorthand for a man who pretty much has his shit together that
Right.
men respect and women want to be with. But like, these guys are behind the times. They're still talking about pickup artist boot camps and alpha males.
Yeah.
And this video came out like 2-3 weeks ago. Like, they have to start updating themselves. Why are these guys so behind? Nobody uses the word. I mean, anyone that matters doesn't steal you. Well, you got to be an alpha male about it. Dude, very few content creators that actually matter are still talking about alphas and betas.
I agree. Now it's more about increasing your value, your
Yep.
self-worth.
Yep.
So what's important to you?
Yep, high value and low value.
Becoming great at something that you feel passionate about. Being the leader of your own life.
Yes.
You know, I don't know. This guy seems to be describing a stereotype that is outdated.
Well, I will say this: stereotypes exist for a reason.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have way too many men in our ranks who give this community a bad name. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell these guys they're all completely wrong, because the men that they're talking about, they're out there. And dare I say, I think they outnumber, I think the number of red pill content creators that these guys are describing outnumber guys like me by a rate of probably 10 to 1. Maybe it's not to that degree, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I could name more quality content creators than these shills.
Right, but why do these guys, and I agree with you, so why do these guys think think this way about our community?
Well,
There's got to be a reason.
He's trying to demonize masculinity and the quote-unquote stereotypical alpha male. Like, he's trying to say, like, all of these guys are bad.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't understand it. It's almost like, I don't know, he's talking like a feminist.
Yeah.
None of them embody the sort of actual, genuine integrity, trustworthiness, honor, sensitivity.
Oh wow. Okay, now we're way off the rails. Now, integrity, I think he means to say honesty. Integrity means many, many different things. I have integrity. And a lot of, oh my God, you're a 4-time convicted felon. You've been arrested, almost 30 times. No, I have integrity in terms of my ways. There are things that I hold steadfast. There are things that I do not bend on, right? Integrity, that's the integral structure of things. So when it comes to my program, I have tremendous integrity. When it comes to other people, listen, just because you give other people the benefit of the doubt in terms of being a good person does not mean you're a good person. Like, the whole integrity thing, this is virtue signaling. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. He's trying to name those qualities that can't be identified just by looking at someone.
There you go. The intangibles.
There you go.
Right.
Genuine masculinity. None of the guys embody that. It's just...
So he went from most of the guys to none of the guys. Okay.
I don't know. It's the equivalent of a girl replacing beauty with a boob job and lip fillers. It's all it's all front, no substance. Does that make sense?
Very much.
Listen, it makes perfect sense. But the reason why he thinks this way about all of us is because neither of these guys has done their research. Anybody who watches my channel knows that I am who I say that I am. I walk the walk and I talk the talk. I told you guys I have an attractive girlfriend. Some idiot put out the worst picture ever. So guess what? Listen, guys, you guys think that I brought Devin on as an accident? You guys think it was an accident? Look at her. Why did you bring Devin on? Why are you showing her on camera? Because I got tired of you dipshits talking shit. Oh, she's obese and she's unattractive and she's this and she's that. Well, there you go. You can see her right now. Well, of course, she's with Walter. But you can see that my girlfriend is not obese and she is quite attractive. And you can sit there and lie to yourself and say she's unattractive if you want. But if you're commenting on my girlfriend, you think she's attractive. And that's okay. Listen, guys, I walk the talk that I talk. And that's the bottom line. Now, the guys that he is talking about, he's not lying. There are a lot of guys in this community who really do kind of fake the funk. They're not quote unquote alpha males in real public. I can think of quite a few right off the bat. Steve the Dean Williams, he is a house husband. Anthony Johnson is an absolute crazy person. John Anthony pays for box. Abba and Preach pay for box. Preach's wife, not my type. Right? Like, if we want to talk about this guy on the screen, he's a fucking tub of lard, but he wants to sit here and stare down his nose at guys like us who actually preach masculinity.
Absolutely, because the understanding red pill, it's really just evolutionary psychology that's applied. That's all.
He's right.
All it is.
Okay, so what's
Taking it
the problem?
on and saying, "I am a red pill man," means you have got stuck there. If you get out of a bad relationship,
Here we go.
you should learn evolutionary psychology about what women actually biologically want from you.
Yes. But because there's no other place that actually tells the truth about evolutionary biology and what women really want and need in a man, they come and find us. That's why this community was created. This guy is going back and forth.
About attachment. You should learn those things. Red pill is right now the only place where men can speak these old truths that fathers would have said to their sons, like, "Well, son, let me tell you about women."
Okay, lardass. So what's the fucking problem?
I was going to say something about that.
Good.
The red pill is a community that's filling a gap for a lot of young men that either don't have a masculine figure in their life to look up to, or don't have someone that you can talk to about women in an open way, where without watching their, politically correct language, and so to speak. I think that this is filling a gap that's very necessary for a lot of young men who need it. They need a community.
Yes, they do.
It's very important. Men don't have rites of passage anymore.
No, they don't.
They
They don't have communities anymore. There's nowhere
Yes.
men can go to get real solid
There's
sound
no, like,
advice.
lodge or gentlemen's clubs.
Yes,
or,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what do they call those? Cigar bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there are no cigar bars where it's only men allowed, whiskey and the old guys putting the young bucks up on game. Those don't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
back in the days when parties, like, the men would go off in one room and the women would go off in another room.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like the brotherhood of men is missing, and it's
And you want to know why that's missing? Is because
women have inserted themselves in every male space possible.
not only that, men have turned against each other. Men have turned on each other.
I
That's
see.
why and even in this space, this space that is supposed to be for men by men to help the advancement of men, we got a lot of guys in here just attacking each other. And that's another big reason. I don't want to get into that, but yes. So this guy is actually speaking the truth. This space is literally the only space where men can go to actually talk about things and get the truth about what's really going on.
Red pill is the only area men can go to hear that now, because we don't have relationships with our father or grandfathers or uncles anymore.
Well, not only that, the entire culture is pushing the gynocentric narrative. Have to be vulnerable, right? Listen, the only people displaying toxic masculinity in this country are women.
Don't have male-only spaces. Red pill is the only area where they can do that.
Okay.
So they go there and they learn these things, and the men who are good and healthy, I shouldn't say good people, but they're healthy.
This guy, so he thinks we're all bad over here. This guy's so condescending. He has a punchable face. He does.
He does.
How long has it been since this guy's lifted weights?
High school.
I don't think this guy's ever lifted weights.
They move on.
Well, good, man. They move on. Listen.
They learn it, and then they move on into something else. They move into their church system, or they move
Oh my God.
into an with an honor tribe online. They move into masculinity groups instead of red.
What
pill
is an
groups.
honor
They move into
honor
married
tribe
men.
online? Is
Don't.
that like,
Hey! If the video's playing, don't talk over the
Sorry, my
video.
bad. I didn't.
What's wrong with you? Just let me
And
finish.
support groups where they're building each other up, good ones.
That's what. Hold on. So let's replay that. We're gonna stop it here after every time he says something.
Uncles anymore. We don't have male-only spaces. Red pill is the only area where they can do that.
Right.
So they go there and they learn these things, and the men who are good and healthy, I shouldn't say good people, but they're healthy.
Dumbasses.
They move on.
Right. They move on at that point because they've gotten what they needed. But what this guy is saying is that they just magically figure it out. Listen.
They learn it, and then they move on into something else. They move into their church system.
Move into their church. What are your thoughts on that? On all of this? You were running off at the mouth. Go on.
It's what he says next that I was questioning.
Okay. Church. Hold on. They move on to their church, huh? Nah, absolutely not. Church houses some of the biggest hoes out there.
System, or they move into an honor culture.
The fuck is an honor culture?
I think it's gaming. Does it have to do with gaming?
It better not be gaming.
With an honor tribe online. They move.
An honor tribe online.
That sounds like a gaming community to me. An
my
honor tribe
God.
online.
Is this guy a fucking gamer?
I bet you he is.
Is this guy a Sigma male? Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, help me out. Please help me out with this. Oh my God. Is this guy really talking about joining a fucking
An
video
honor
game?
tribe online. That's what I think it means.
This fucking fat ass. Are you kidding me?
Joining any tribe online, going from the red pill community to that, I don't see
The only tribe other than the red pill community are video game groups. Jesus fuck. And by the shape of this guy, I'm not trying to rust the judgment or jump to conclusions, but he has the body type of a gamer.
Move into masculinity groups instead of red pill groups.
Oh, masculinity groups instead of red pill groups. Didn't this guy just say, not 15 seconds ago, that men don't have these spaces? So where are they supposed to go to find these honor cultures? And honor culture equals the liminal order, right? Founded by Jack Murphy, who was a part of the manosphere. That's where they're found.
Move into married men support
Oh,
groups.
boy. Oh, married men support groups. Yeah, that'll help you out with your marriage. Is this guy a fucking idiot? This guy sounds like David West. You remember David West?
Yes.
He's like, oh, so wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I should listen to Kevin Samuels and not my preacher and not my pastor who's been married for 40 years? Remember that? Jesus Christ.
Building each other up, good ones. They move into fraternities and things like, and programs like that. They don't get stuck and say, oh, I'm a red pill man. When you do that,
yeah, where do you find these?
Exactly.
This guy just said, there are no other spaces for men to talk about this stuff, right? I think what this guy has a problem with is the fact that the truth, he's not comfortable with the truth. And this guy is a perpetuation of that. When you take the red pill, guys, you're going to get fucking pissed. You're not going to like a lot of the things that happen. Because when you take and actually internalize the red pill, this guy hasn't looked himself in the mirror and said, you're a fucking fat ass. That's why one of the many reasons you're bad with girls is because you're a fucking fat ass. Girls see your fat ass. They assume you play video games and think you're a fucking loser. Number one. Number two, you don't want to admit to yourself that women don't love us for who we are. They love us for what we are and what we can offer. Devin, if I were to gain 100 pounds and lose my drive to succeed, would you stick around?
If I were to gain 100 pounds, would you stick around?
Hell no.
Right.
There
No,
you go.
We uphold. We have an agreement.
It's called conditional love,
Yes.
sweetheart. This guy wants to believe in conditional. No, Tubbalard. There is no such thing. Listen, are there girls out there who will appreciate you building ships in a bottle and whatever the fuck that, whatever? I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. But what this guy needs to understand is that there is a masculine burden of performance. You don't just deserve a woman simply because you're a man. There is no such thing as conditional love. I think that's what he has a problem with it.
I think he does Revolutionary War reenactments.
Okay, I mean that's fine, but they weren't that fat back in 1776. So it's a little inaccurate.
You really are stuck, and you really need to move out of that group.
See, what he just described are the MGTOWs.
Yeah.
The MGTOWs are the guys who are stuck in the anger phase. If they want to get even angrier, they go into the black pill space. This is who he is. Real Femme Sapien, Ali V's in the house, says he's the kind of ex-husband you steal from. Jesus Christ. Shh.
It's a good on-ramp, but it's not the highway.
And we can replace red pill with extreme feminism, right?
There
and
it is.
Basically
Absolutely.
get the exact
course.
same situation coming out of
Absolutely.
it.
Yes, but here's the issue. Feminism was first. And a lot of people will say, well, Donovan, you're basically saying they started it. They fucking did. If feminism did not exist, this community would not exist, okay? The red pill community only exists as a direct response to feminism. I don't think anybody would dispute that.
Have you looked at black pill or the incel culture much?
I've worked with a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Not that.
Wait, say what?
His
like
face
incel-
said another story. Did you see expressive?
Yes, I did. Look at that right there. He's like, have I?
Have I?
Just
What?
watch this.
Situation coming
Watch
out of
this.
it. Have you looked at black pill or the incel culture much?
See if I can... Have I? Jesus fucking Christ.
They pay my bills.
You know,
Yeah,
I
right.
work with a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Not that like incel's a movement, but I mean I know a lot of dudes who are incel. I know a lot of dudes who are black pill. Those can be two different things.
Okay, I know a lot of dudes who are black pill and incel. This is where his opinion is coming from.
Yeah.
This is where, because incels and black pill guys have one common denominator: the red pill community. That's where it is. This is why the red pill community catches such heat, is because nobody becomes black pill just like that. No, they find this community, and now you have a choice. I can either improve my life, or I can just continue down that rabbit hole and get worse.
It's also okay. So I understand female nature. Am I going to hold it against them, or am I going to learn how to make it work to my benefit?
You go. Law number 49 of the 49 laws of Sharp states: do not hate women. Women are neither good nor bad, they just are. Nobody teaches the hatred of women here, guys. Nobody teaches the hatred of women. I have all people, do not hate women. Women are they're not good or bad. Women are not inherently evil, they're not inherently good. Women are like water. They take the shape of the container that they're put in. And when you put them in a container that is Western culture, this is what you get. Incidentally enough, the guy on the right is also what you get.
It hurts. It hurts when they're going through, and I understand a lot of it's built on attachment issues. Not all of it, but a lot of incel things are built on attachment issues, and they don't understand how or why. And
Jesus
they do
Christ.
need applied evolutionary psychology to understand, like,
Yes.
why are women not attracted to me?
Okay, doctor, if that's your name, this is where we come in. This is where we come in. It's so funny how this guy is almost like Kevin Ray Wilder. He tries to make the red pill sound a lot more complicated than it actually is. Not really much complication with red pill. Get yourself into shape, make more money, learn how to deal with women. Just like MLD says, make money, make muscles, learn game. And when we say learn game, no, we're not talking about playing games. No, we are talking about dealing with females from a position of abundance and strength. That's not playing games. Not texting a woman that is texting you for an hour, that's not playing games, because you might be in your shop welding swords because you have better shit to do than to be texting back and forth with a bunch of ain't shit bitches. Those aren't games. That is dealing with women from a position of strength. You had something?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what women biologically want.
Okay, let's do
Let's
it.
talk about the cultural things that are also in tune. And we can get you a girlfriend, man. I teach courses. I teach dudes how to get girlfriends, and it works like that.
Is he a grifter?
This guy?
Oh, he's a grifter too.
So this guy teaches men how to get girlfriends?
He seems like the type of therapist that hands like a codependency book at every client he's ever had.
He's the guy, he's, you know what he's like? He's like Kevin Ray Wilder. All he does is he talks he uses a bunch of multi-syllable words, a bunch of big words to make it sound like he knows what he's talking about, but he doesn't really know. This guy has no idea how to teach men how to get girlfriends. Okay? There ain't no way. There's just no way. I can tell just by looking at the guy. Now, could he be a smooth G Casanova smashing bitches left and right? Sure, but if he was, he wouldn't be doing this podcast.
I don't think so.
How to get married. I had one dude, I taught him how to get married. He went from,
What?
and I don't know how to do this. He got married and he got engaged 3 months after I taught.
This is all cap. Look at this. Look at this guy's facial expressions as he's telling us this bullshit story. This is so funny. See, what these idiots don't realize is that we can read these dumb fucks like books. Listen to this
Like
guy.
that. How to get married. I had one dude, I taught him how to get married. He went from,
Look at this.
I don't
Look.
know how to do this. He got
His
married
eyes are all over the place.
he got engaged 3 months
Whoa.
after I taught him. He got engaged and he got married. And they've been happily married for years now.
Really? And what exactly did you teach him? What, was it a bunch of mumbo jumbo?
How to get married? It's how guys don't need to know
We
how
don't
to
need
get
to know
married.
how to get married.
They
No.
need to know how to stay
Listen,
married.
this guy basically said, hey, listen, man, like, I teach girls how to go out and get dick. I mean, one girl came to me and says, I didn't know how to get dick. Voila, she's been getting dick now for 3 years. No. Girls can get dick anytime they want. Guys can get relationships and marriage anytime they want. No, you want to be with a woman who both genuinely loves and respects you. dumbass.
Like, you can learn this and apply it, and it's not that hard.
It's not that hard. This is why we know he doesn't know what he's talking about, because it is not easy. It's not easy, man. It's not easy for both men and women, and this is why we catch the heat.
Exactly.
But the black pill stuff, man, and giving up, it hurts. It hurts to see. 'Cause it
Now
doesn't
that I
have to
agree
be
with.
way. Learn attachment, learn evolutionary psychology, and then find an actual tribe of quality men that you
So we need to learn evolutionary psychology.
Rational male.
Yes. I could listen. You know what, guys? I could charge you $999 for what I'm about to tell you right now. Learn evolutionary psychology, right? Okay, all right. Women are attracted to strength and resources. Okay, there's a big difference between attraction and arousal. A 401k, a good credit score, a stable home, a stable job, that gets you attraction. Being in fantastic shape, driving a badass car, dressing well, smelling good, learning how to talk to women in such a way that advances the sexual, increases sexual tension, that is arousing. My job is to teach you how to get both, because it's not often found in the same man. That's it. Like, what? So he's still, all you have to do is go to school and get a degree in evolutionary biology. There is nothing complicated about this. Women they're attracted to resources. They're aroused by strength. The closer,
Pretty universal.
yeah. Jesus.
I want a man who can protect me and take care of me.
That's it.
And our whatever we have after, offspring or family or whatever.
Our cats, in our case. This guy is overcomplicating things to make himself look smart. This is exactly the reason why. This is exactly who Kevin Ray Wilder is.
you can connect with, and you won't feel that way anymore because you'll start building with other people. Don't be alone anymore. Clear all the obstacles out of the way that make you feel alone. Or if you don't know how to do that, talk to somebody.
This is all
That's
just
the other
talk.
piece. Men, our brains are solution machines, and we can only pump out solutions with data we already have.
Yes. With data we already have. This is why the red pill community exists. The data we have is that this culture incentivizes cheating, divorce, EPAR, and single motherhood. This is why the dating market is a shit show. With that empirical data, we now have the solutions, which is the RP